You guys hear that music outside? It's the amount of stuff that comes through that window every day is just mind-boggling. It surprises me every day. Guys, today another day TOS is absolutely down. I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit what kind of issues I'm currently having. I was just on hold with TOS for like 35 minutes. It was kind of unfortunate. Our lead gapper, FORD, 6 million float, looking really, really nice. Made some great moves out of the gates, and we weren't able to trade any of it except one. I got one trade in before TOS closed, and then you guys remember the whole debacle I had trying to go to the TOS website or TD Ameritrade.com, trying to figure out how to close my order. We eventually took care of that. It was an absolute nightmare. We had other lead gappers like MICT, NBY, IMBI. I mean, it was kind of a nice morning, so it was kind of upsetting to miss out on a lot of it. When I do my recap video here, when we go to the charts, you guys are going to notice I'm a little bit like down because I was just a little bit frustrated, whatever. Okay, yesterday we weren't really able to trade. Okay, fine. Plus my eye really hurt yesterday, so it didn't bother me as much. But then today, again, the same issues. Like at this point, we're just missing opportunities left and right. And if it was yesterday or today, we could have had an over $1,000 plus profit day based on the activity that we're seeing. So I didn't lose any money because of TOS, but I'm definitely missing some nice opportunities. So that's a little bit annoying. At least let me make my own mistakes. Let me decide if it's going to be red or green day. But it's always annoying when you're kind of at the whims of the broker, and that was really the problem of today. So we're going to talk about some other exchange I'm looking at. I'm going to show you guys the Webull desktop backend a little bit, which again, I was having a lot of frustrating issues with. I've never really used it before, so I was having basically learning pains. And I think it could be an okay platform if you just play around with long enough. I do simple trading on Webull, more like investing and stuff, so I never really care too much about looking into the technicals. But I think it could be an option. There's really not much more to say for now, but let's go to the charts. Let's try to review FORD as good as we can using Webull, and then let's just pray to baby Jesus that tomorrow TOS will be a little bit better. But for sure, TOS has been working before the market opened, so I might be getting a little bit more aggressive with my pre-market trading if we see the opportunities. I'm not going to get aggressive if there's no opportunities, but if it's hot, pre-market, then I'm going to be like, this is probably my only opportunity possibly to get some trades in, so let's not miss them. All right, guys, let's go to the charts now. Again, I really, really appreciate all the likes. So if you enjoy the content, definitely consider dropping a like. I really, really do appreciate it. If you're totally new here, consider subscribing. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to first review the watch list and then trade the market open if we have brokers that allow us to do so. Let's head over to the charts now.
We are currently experiencing longer than normal wait times. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Okay, guys, so I've been now on hold with TOS for 36 minutes. I just finished vacuuming my whole entire apartment, so I'm probably gonna hang up here, which is kind of unfortunate after being on hold this long, but I was doing a few other things, so it was okay. It wasn't like I was just sitting in front of the computer. I just kind of wanted to see how long TOS phone support would take. And typically what I was going to say is, in 10 minutes, I'm typically on the phone with ThinkorSwim. Today, they started off the phone call basically saying that ThinkorSwim is having issues, a bunch of orders aren't being routed, yada, yada. And it's pretty obvious that everyone is bombarding TOS right now. I was kind of hoping I would get some extra information out for you guys. But ultimately, I don't really think that there's really much more to say than TOS is just down. They came out with some big updates over the weekend, and I don't know if those updates are the things that are having the problem or if it's just overall maybe some of the routing issues or some of the third party as you do get routed to a kind of a pool of orders, and that keeps on getting routed. So sometimes the third party pools that they route to have issues, from what I've heard with ThinkorSwim as well, since it's not a direct access brokerage account. So right now our ThinkorSwim is still installing the updates. So what we're going to do instead is we'll talk about some of the trades we did today on the Webull desktop app. And I think that's where we can do some of their trade reviews here. Overall, what I did do pre-market today was trade like always. TOS worked pre-market, and it wasn't until the market opened that it stopped working for me, and it looks like a bunch of other people. Hold on, I'll quickly just always. I don't know if it's a good or a bad habit, but I'm always checking the mic because I just don't trust that it works sometimes. I had last week where it switched it off. So yeah, I mean, today, you know, it was fun in the chat room. It was fun in the community. We had a lot of talks. You know, we're ending the day $146 in the green. I basically had several trades pre-market that brought me up to almost 100, and then one out of the gate, which was a nice green trade, except I closed it way too early because the TOS issues. I just got out of the trade as soon as everything started glitching, which is unfortunate because we could have definitely doubled the return on this one. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's a small little green day. I'm not upset about that, but you know, Monday there was a lot of opportunities. Today there was a lot of opportunities. I mean, both days, you know, could have been that $1,000 plus day. So I didn't necessarily lose any money, but I'm definitely leaving a lot of money on the table. So I'm just, you know, you got a lot of screens up here. I'm just kind of going through a lot of these applications. With Fidelity, I actually have to print out my application and send it via mail. I almost lost my mind when the chat support told me that. I was like, are you kidding me? But you know, Fidelity with Active Trader Pro, one of the better platforms according to the community, and I've heard about it quite often. So I'm gonna be trying to set up Fidelity Active Pro in the next probably few weeks. Interactive brokers, I have CMEG Group as well, but I don't really want to be using them as I could use a margin account over 25,000, and I feel like a big reason to be using CMEG Group is if you're under $25,000 but you want a margin account with unlimited trading around the pattern day trader rule. So I mean, today we were just kind of clicking around a lot, you know, talking, sharing ideas. It was good fun. It was very educational, but at the same time it's a little bit of a bummer because we can't do what we're actually trying to do. So Ford, you know, we'll talk about this one quickly here because I think this is really was one of the main tickers today. Although I wasn't able to really follow up on some of the other tickers. Oh, actually, I already had it open. Where did it go now? Okay, so this is Webull actually right now. This is the Webull desktop, so I actually have it open on my desktop. This is not a browser, and you know, this is something that we were talking about in the chat room as well a lot. You want to have a second broker ready to go. You want to have a third broker ready to go. Ideally for me, I would like the Fidelity to be my second go-to broker. Obviously though, if I wanted to trade Fidelity, I would need to put $25,000 plus in there to have a margin account that has unlimited trading. So it's a bit of like, you know, do I want to put $75,000 across 3 different brokerage accounts? Not really. It would be nice just to have our main brokerage account. I have different brokerage accounts where I use for investing, where I use for dividend stocks. But then the day trading would have to be separately funded. So it's a little bit, because I hate mixing up my portfolios and my strategies, out of sight, out of mind. So a little bit of a frustrating day, I gotta say, because this is the second day now in a row we've had these issues, and I gotta really get used to using the Webull platform. But you know, I've used the Webull platform before. I find it okay. It's not really something that I'm super stoked about, but overall it's okay. I'm not seeing here pre-market. Am I doing something wrong here? Range 1 day. All indicators. Hold on, edit indicators. I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong here. But let's just talk about FORD. 6 million float, US footwear, and what was that last one? Footwear and accessories company. They acquired Kablooe Design, Kablooe. I don't know if I'm saying that right or wrong. Anyway, acquisition kind of news, 6 million float, really, really nice. Smaller market cap, under 100 million market cap. So Ford was up 70% pre-market, and that's when I did several of my trading on FORD pre-market. Out of the gates, I had a feeling that, okay, so pre-market, I think we were up somewhere here at like 280s or something like that. And then we started to sell off. And right before, we had kind of like a big base at around $2. So we were at 280 or 270. We sold off to $2, and then we started bouncing back up. And then we got a little choppy here. And then we opened up around 2.2. And then we started crashing here. And let's see here, the market opens right here at 9:30. Yeah, so we opened I guess around 2.2. I was looking to start accumulating right around here. Is this the 1 minute chart? Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place. I've actually never done a recap on Webull before. Anyway, yeah, so what we were doing is we started accumulating down here at about 2.1. I think 210 was my entry, and then we had a nice little spike up to 216 or so, and that's where I had my exit. I wanted to move my order up here to a nice double top. And then I would have probably bought again here on the pullback and looked for a full red to green move. And then we had a second pullback here and then another pullback. I mean, this was, FORD out of the gates was just so clean. I mean, this is like what we've been waiting for. So that's why I was a little frustrated today. Not really because, I don't know, accumulation of other reasons really, but it was just like, come on, again, like, yesterday we had a really, really clean setup, and today we had a really clean setup. I love these. I mean, this is always where I'm looking for. I'm looking for those quick red to green moves that have continuation, that have quick pullbacks, and we'd be buying into these dips and selling into the rips. And boom, like, just 3-4 trades right here, we could have had pretty much over $1,000 profit with our roughly $2,000 to $5,000 position sizes. So it's just like, we're leaving money on the table back to back. Last week I had about $1,000 week. The week before that I had about $1,000 week. I'm up right now about like 2.5 thousand for the month, and I'm still using fairly small position size. So we've been on a really good little run here. So it kind of sucks that this run is being hindered because of our trading platform. It's kind of stressful. It's like being I don't even know what I would compare it. It's like, back in the gold rush in California during the Gilded Age, and then, you're ready to go, and the only thing that's missing is like your pickaxe, that's kind of annoying. So I feel like that's kind of the same thing. Like, I'm ready to go, the stocks are hot, but then I'm over here and I can't trade. So you always want to have a second broker ready to go. I don't want to have any sort of like, rants for no reason, but I think, a blessing in disguise is I was able to check up on all my secondary brokers, kind of see what the situation is with them. Fidelity is, one of the ones I would really like to check out. Interactive Brokers for sure. Lightspeed I'm considering, but the thing with Lightspeed is like if I move money over to Lightspeed, it would probably become my full-time broker, my main broker. And I'm not really sure if I'm ready to switch my main broker yet for day trading. So I might start doing some trial runs. I submitted a trial application for Lightspeed, so we'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, always have a plan B. Even if it's with your bank accounts, your credit cards, with whatever, you always want to have a backup plan, right? And today's the second day in a row we couldn't do any after once the market opened trading. I did pre-market trading, but no trading once the market opened. So again, it's a little bit upsetting. Let's quickly talk about FORD for one more second here. So this thing, it's selling off quite aggressively. Let me see how I can do some drawings here. Trend lines. Does it say what percentages? Okay, yeah, okay. I gotta really get used to this platform, but I think we're down here from 2.56 as a high out of the gates, and now we're kind of selling off quite a bit. This is pretty aggressive sell-off, so I'm a little bit worried here. I would have liked FORD to stay above $2. I'm not really sure if I would be looking for a swing trade on FORD. What I've seen a lot in the past with this ticker, oh my lord, what is going on here? Are you sure you want to delete them all? What I've seen a lot in the past with FORD is the fact that I apologize, guys. I don't use Webull, so I'm doing something ridiculous right now. Delete all drawings, and then let's go here to how do I just have a pointer? Is this a pointer? No. Okay, well, this is the problem when you're used to a different platform. It's kind of like being used to Windows and then switching to a Mac. You can't even figure out how to open a folder. That's happened to me before. Anyway, just imagine we go back here a little bit. There is a lot of these past spikes that don't tend to hold their highs very well. So I was a little bit weary out of the gate with FORD, and I'm not really sure if I would have wanted to trade it really after 10 o'clock or so anyway. So really those first 30 minutes of the market open is what I'm trying to get as extremely aggressive. And you guys know that when you're on the streams that, that's really when I'm jumping in on it. And by 10:30, I'm pretty much done with trading. So with FORD, will we be holding this ticker, or will I look to maybe trade this one overnight or hold overnight? Most likely not. And let me actually just go over here to FinViz let's see. Now, FinViz is delayed. It's delayed about, I think it's 15 minutes. So you can't really use it for active trading. Then let's go to the weekly here. We have a nice spike of volume though today. So FORD relatively is really, really high on volume. So that's always a really good thing to see. This is the news. Ford Industry acquires Blue Designs. So again, has a catalyst. I'm not crazy about acquisition catalysts. But yeah, it is what it is. So you have these kind of spikes to the upside. Now this is a weekly, so each one of these candles is a week chart. So again, a little bit hard to get some good price action out of this one. But yeah, we have, big support around $2. You can see we kind of had a open here and then we fell off a cliff. We had a retest in this area. We had kind of a bit of a breakout, fake out from this area from here. And then, we again cracked 180 and then, flew higher. And then, pre-market $2 was really, really the zone that we were looking at for quite some time. And that's where I did a lot of my trades. I did a lot of bounces off at $2. So that's why I knew if I entered at 210, we had a really good amount of support and I felt pretty safe entering there. And I was looking for that continuation, which we got, which is pretty nice. Later in the day, I think we might have some really, really nice bounces off of, I would probably argue 1.8 and 1.6. Right in this area. Again, it's really, really hard for me to see these things, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had a bounce off of 163, and then if we got into the 50s, if those were some bounce zones as well. So that's what I would probably be looking for a bit of late day trading on FORD. For now, we'll see where it goes. Has a nice little catalyst here. Had quarterly results on the 14th, second quarter. Let's just quickly go here back to the daily chart, and I think it did all right with that. So it's nice to see this thing kind of slowly trending up, a nice little bit of momentum. Yeah, you can see, so this one again, when it looks like that's on the 14th of August. It's hard to say which day this was. Let's actually go back to here to Webull. So yeah, no, this was August 30, or no, this was July 30th. So what kind of catalyst was there on the 30th? No catalyst that I see here on FinViz. Kind of interesting. I'm not totally sure what this spike is. But regardless, low volume and it didn't hold its highs. And that's what we've seen several times on FORD. So oftentimes you say, and it's said a lot, that stocks tend to repeat themselves. And that is a little bit of the case here with FORD. So one more little funny piece of news before we wrap up here. I got another rule today, and this is a rule that's kind of bothered me for quite some time. If you knock on my door between 6:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 11 o'clock, I will no longer answer the door, period. Today I missed quite a few pre-market trades. I had several deliveries come. Again, I have no idea why these deliveries come. I purposely have my house set for do not deliver because there's a pack station right down the street. So I'm not sure where the memo is getting lost there every time, but I will no longer answer the doors. I know that does not pertain to anybody here, but to any mail people out there, you got to respect the delivery notes left, because or else you're going to be moving packages for no reason back and forth. So yeah, that is a big one. Sometimes I feel like a little bit guilty, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to answer the door quickly, and then I get back and I'm like, no, I missed the trade that I was waiting for. That happened to me twice today. that is like a little bit of a side kind of rant trading rule, but yeah, you know, boom, door is locked starting at 6:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, let's wrap it up there. Kind of a wicked little weird session for all of us today. I know some of you guys had to other brokers and we're probably just enjoying yourselves, but at the same time, it's also a little bit stressful. It's not nice knowing that one of the bigger brokers where a lot of day traders are on is not working, because that means the overall volume you might be seeing out there is a little bit lower. So this kind of affects everybody. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow TOS is going to be able to fix up their stuff, and most likely I'll be focusing a bit harder on pre-market trading, because that's when TOS is usually working still okay. All right, guys, let's wrap it up there. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. It was good fun in the chat room. I wish I was able to do more trading with you guys, but for now, we'll just kind of keep chugging along as it is. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content, and subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you again. And guys, again, I apologize that the trading has been a little bit delayed. There's not a lot I can do, but I guess that's also, you know, the whole point of live streaming, right? It's the whole raw experience for you guys. So at least I hope you appreciate that. Till next time, guys, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Till then, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.